Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do a collective Urban Crow Oracle for today, Tuesday, October 1st, 2024. You may follow me on the book, the Insta, the talk, or the tube. We're not totally up to you. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, fabulous. If some of it does not, please leave it on the table for someone else. We just don't want you taking on energy that wasn't meant for you. I figured since it's the first day of October, I would do the Halloween decks. I'll probably do the classic horror next. I did Fearless Familiars. I did the other Halloween deck I have. The Legends of Halloween, I think it's called. We got one on the table. Okay, we're going to do one more shuffle. We have 8 cards on the table. We went from 1 card to 8 cards. I hate it when you make a credit card payment to your credit card, and then they send you notice saying, "Hey, your credit card payment's due." Yeah, I just did it 2 days before it was due. Shocking. I'm gonna set these over here. We've got 9 cards on the table. We've got dominance, community, I just heard community dick, teamwork. I think that could go for both feminine and masculine, I'm just saying. Territory, insight, distance, anticipation, gifts, and bottom of the deck was scavenge. So, feminine, masculine, take heart resonates, it doesn't matter. Someone is trying to control a community or like a group. They want them to come together and work together. They feel like this community, whoever this is, they feel like the team, the group, the community is falling apart. And they want them to protect their territory, to protect the group, to protect themselves. Like, this is someone that I'm just going to give a really stupid example because it just popped into my head. But like, let's say there's a business and this person runs the business and they do it. It's three friends that opened up a business together and they run this business together. And this one person that's in control fucked up on the taxes. Like they didn't do taxes for like 2 years. And now they're being bombarded with, hey, you need to do your taxes and pay us. It's like they want this team to come together and like fight with them. I know this is like a bad example, but it's what popped into my head. Fight with them against the man about, being on their ass to pay taxes. It's just someone that is probably the head of a group of people and they want them all to fight for what they are, whatever that may be. This person in control has some insight into some gifts that they might be receiving. This community is going to receive some gifts. Now, they got this insight because they themselves have some type of gift or they used something to see what was coming. So, meaning if this person isn't psychic and saw this in a dream, they did something else, like black magic, moon magic, kitchen magic, candle magic, something like that, to see what was coming in the future. And they believe that they have gifts coming. Or this person that wants to control the community, that wants to keep the community together, sees that from a distance someone else is receiving gifts and they want them, they're anticipating it, and they're going to take them. Damn. So I'm just going to say this. Other readers will get online and they will say, like, oh, somebody's going to take your inheritance. And there are readers that will literally be like, oh, yeah, they're going to take all the money you're going to get from your dead grandparent. That's not really what that means. Just an FYI. Usually, when somebody is tapping in with black magic and they want to steal your inheritance, it's usually a spiritual inheritance. So it's a gift. If you're going to receive a gift, they want that gift. So being a psychic, having a high intuition, whatever gift like you could get spiritually to enhance your abilities, that's the gifts that they want to take away from somebody. Now, could there be like some type of, like, could somebody use black magic to look and see if somebody was coming into money from an inheritance? Of course they could. But the only way that they're going to get that money is if they somehow get that paperwork into their hands and they change something and they take it to the court and the court's like, oh, okay, fine, fabulous, and they approve it and then they get some type of inheritance. However, the odds of that happening is very unlikely unless it's a family member that's like in charge of your inheritance. Because who else would have access to that information? And just me giving an example. So like my both my grandparents passed away and they did leave an inheritance to my dad and my dad's sister. Well, let's say that they passed away and my dad was in charge of it and I was supposed to get a cut, right? Let's say my best friend found out about it and went to my dad and said, Kim has been kind of out of it lately. Like, I don't know that you should really give her her inheritance, but like, I can watch it for you. Like, I can oversee it for her. And then my dad is gullible and signs that away to them to oversee it for me. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, there would have to be some type of actual legal mumbo jumbo bullshit going on there, because there's no way that they're just gonna. It's very unlikely that they're just gonna do some black magic and be like, okay, I'm taking your 40 grand from your grandparents, and then 40 grand magically appears. Where did that come from? So that's not. There would actually have to be some type of maneuvering there. Um, it is possible for someone to go and use black magic and see, like, oh, you're getting a $40,000 check because your grandparents passed away. Well, we're going to try and tie that up in court. And by that, they would put some type of magic on there. And, whoever's in charge of the money would go to court, and the judge would be like, oh, I can't approve this because of this. Come back in 2 weeks. Oh, I can't approve this because of this. Come back in a month. And then they would be holding up that money for you. But they're not going to get it. They're not going to get it. So when I hear readers talking about that, I get a little, because I'm like, no, like, how would that even work? And there are other ways for people to screw you over, even if they don't know you. Like, if they know your social security number and they use your name for something, or they could take out a life insurance policy on you. I've heard of that before. So there are some ways to, like, you know, fudge things and get money, but pardon me. It's a very nasty individual, a very mentally ill individual, thinking that they have any right to take away something that belongs to somebody else. I picture someone being really angry too. Like, if this controlling person, along with this community, came to get gifts from this person, this gifted person, with the scavenge card, it's like they got like leftovers, and they're like, what the hell? Like, how come there's nothing here? Because it wasn't meant for you. That's why. Some people pretend to be ignorant, and they really just come off as completely and utterly ridiculous. It's really just desperate, lazy people to me too. Like, you don't have a job. Like, what do you need to go after somebody's inheritance for? Like, you don't bring home a paycheck every week. You don't live off the state. Like, I don't understand. I don't understand. And I love how typically it's people that are so full of themselves, like they think they're better than everybody else, and they're literally They're literally out here stealing other people's stuff. Like, how do you think you're better than anybody? You're a criminal. The other thing, too, is this person, this controlling person, this community could be watching this gifted person from a distance, anticipating that something's going to come in for them. Even if it's just them, like, I'm just going to use an example, like going viral and getting endorsements. Like, they want to come in and scavenge off the the clout. They want the clout. They want a little bit of the fame. They want to be like, oh, I know that person. And then if you happen to make money and you want to throw them a gift, they'll take that too. I just heard over my dead body. this this controlling person in this community might also believe that this gifted person has more than they have, and they're waiting to see if something comes in. But, like, look at the actual gifts, right? Like, there's a key, there's a safety pin, there's a coin, there's a rock, there's a little star. I think that's supposed to be like an earring. There's a feather. I mean, the feather came from the damn bird. So it's like they're thinking that something great is going to come in, that this person's really abundant. And then they realize, like, oh shit, like, there's nothing here. Like, what did we wait for that for? That was nothing. And it goes back to my whole point that I say all the time. What do you consider abundant? Because I consider myself abundant and I don't make a shit ton of money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like these people, they don't live in like, they don't live in like reality. It's like they like they'll go online and they'll see somebody that they're typically jealous of for no reason, and that person has a new pair of glasses and they're like, oh shit, that person's got money. Look at, they got a new pair of glasses. You have to get, technically you're supposed to get a new pair of glasses like every other year to every year, depending on how old you are. You know what I mean? Like, there's there's no like common sense there. And people that hang on to other people just for clout, just for throwing out names, and it's just ridiculous. Like, and I know plenty of people like that. Like, yeah. Like, oh, I know so and so, or I met this guy at a bar and they know so and so. Okay, who cares? Who cares? Like, I don't care. Like, I also think for whatever reason, this controlling person in this community with the territory guard. For some reason, they're staying close to home. So like if the people in this community all pretty much live in the same area, like they're staying close to home for some reason. Maybe they expect some type of attack. I was saying that earlier, like if the tax man was knocking at their door because they hadn't paid their taxes or something. My heart is starting to like pick up pace. It's almost like they're worried that someone or something is coming for them. And if not all of them, like one of them. Maybe they're afraid this gifted person is coming after them. Possible. All I know is if they're looking to steal gifts, if they're looking to steal money, if they're looking to steal clout or hang on for clout, they're not gonna get much. They're not gonna get much. And if this controlling person of this community, if this gifted person was once a part of it, they no longer are. So them trying to show up and like make something off of this gifted person, I don't think that's going to go over very well. Not in the eyes of this person and not like in the eyes of God. Like I don't think it's going to go over well. All right, I'm going to let it go at that. I hope it resonated. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope if anything you found it entertaining. I hope everybody's having a great Tuesday. Taco Tuesday. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.